Hello and welcome to the second video about this Kenwood L-1000D, a machine that has been made by Accuphase, believe it or not. It is a truly excellent unit in many cases, not that everything about it is that great. First, let me address this Accuphase thing. Accuphase started as a Kensonic, which was part of offshoot of Kenwood. Chief engineer left, and they used to make stuff for each other in the early days. And this is one of the last good Kenwood machines. The few things I got wrong last time, I thought, when I was talking about it, I thought that these were the copper rail. Obviously they are joined to the, it's just a shield that separates part of the circuits from each other, and more of those shields are used. But the other things I haven't noticed, like all the boards are on suspension, and it's several rubbers. All of that is better explained on Lampesator's side, which he raves about it until such time that he realized that after a fortnight of trying, he couldn't add a tube stage to it. It just wasn't going to work. So then he said it was no good at all. But originally, before he knew that he couldn't, he praised it a lot. As you see, this is a very good mechanism. I said that before, it's not on pulleys, it's gear driven, and it's not just a normal steel line. Magnetically driven, Harris case is 152. There are many nice touches like that, and it is very heavy. It's about 15 kilos. Or in better units, it's a standard to have the analog and digital transformers. But that there appears to be a power supply for the output board. It's plus minus 20 volts. Sadly, the XLRs are, I think, well, at least that's how it looks at the diagram, that they got the old American setting of hot being on pin 3 and cold on pin 2, which is, nobody uses that, even Americans don't do that anymore. Audio circuitry is, as you see, all op-amps, but capacitors are good. They're all Elnas, most of them are Cerafine. There are some couple of Panasonics there, but the rest are Elnas. As far as regulators, 20 or 21, I don't remember, because I counted them, I think, yesterday. I mean, there are just rows and rows of them everywhere. Power supply has some filtering there, and it's fairly elaborate. Few chokes, few inductors there. The servo board is also fairly large. What I like, it's sort of it's a very good silk screening. You sort of know what's going on. 814 decoder. You know where the frequency, where the clock is. Clock is absolutely perfect. You know where the RF is. And by the way, what a beautiful RF. You can see the diamonds, diamond shapes are really nice, and a square, nice 1.2 volts. So, it's very good for servicing. You sort of know where things are, even without a manual, and tuning pulsar labels, all that is very nice. Not too many cables, although there are a few. So overall, a very good, very nice machine. Plays absolutely anything. Probably won't bother you with tones, but the only other problem they have This is an output board. As you see, it should be living there. I removed that because the Toslink output connector was smashed. Very often people leave the cover in it, and during transport that sort of breaks the connector. So I'm trying to find one, and interestingly it's very hard to find because it's got 4 pins and has to, you know, and 2 mounting holes, so it has to be exactly right for it to sit properly. And I cannot find one like that. Only 2 of those pins are actually active, the other 2 are not connected. I mean, I have something like that here, but it's not quite right, so I will have to improvise or leave it without Toslink output. If anybody has one of those lying around somewhere with 4 legs, please let me know. I'm sure there are just somewhere hundreds of them and nobody wants to buy them because these are very unusual. Normally there's just 3 pins. There's a ground, 5 volts, and a signal. So that's all, folks. I'll open the drawer because this is also very nice. The remote control is fairly good. It has all the usual things. You can turn off the display. And the fault with that was that the display wasn't working, and also sometimes the performance was intermittent. This was all due to power supply fault. I found that there was just bad connection, a bit of resoldering there, and particularly on those wires, I think bad crimping. It was actually quite warm. It supplies power to all that, and that sorted it out. So that's enough of my waffling, and pretty good SPDIF output as well, so it's very good as a transport. Well, thank you very much, and till the next one. Bye bye.